Everyone receives two kinds of education. The one given him by someone else, and the other far more important, which he gives himself. Hello, my name is John Rose, and I'm quoting the author, or the translator, of the Essene Gospel of Peace. Now this is a very profound statement I think we need to think about, because the vast majority of us are only relying on what other people are telling us. Not enough of us are going out there and learning on ourselves, which again is far more important. And I think a good example would be the Essene Gospel of Peace. I'll never forget that book. I found that book when I was on my 7th solid food vacation on day 64. And I swear that book was talking to me, because it said, you will see with your own eyes and smell with your own nose all the evil smelling things of Satan that are coming out of you. And what are they referring to? Well, this book was about Jesus, and Jesus said, fast till you get rid of Beelzebub and you'll never see disease. Now what is Beelzebub? Well, that's the devil. You look up the word in a dictionary of a King James Bible, it's a lord of the dunghill. And of course this is what Victor Hugo refers to when he calls it the serpent. There's a demon in your belly. Now what was really fascinating about this book, again I felt like it was talking to me because it made 17 references to the oozing streams of decay in our bowels. They even said, go down to the river and get a gourd and hollow it out and stick it up your bum, do an enema. Then you'll see the demon come out of you, the serpent, the evil thing inside of you. And then of course they said, Master, Master, you told us how to get rid of this demon inside of us. What do we do to make sure it doesn't come back? And that's when he said, thou shalt not kill. Don't kill man, nor beast, nor the food that goes into your mouth. For if you eat living food, the same will quicken you. But if you kill your food, the dead food will kill you also. For only life comes from life, and from death always death. And I'm telling you, my friends, when I read that, I said, that makes more sense than anything I've ever read in my life. Take that whole Bible and throw it out. Let's follow that little book. If we did that, we would live in paradise. It doesn't need to be that complicated. It shouldn't be a real big book. It's a good book, a lot of good stories. But we don't understand what Tolstoy understood. We got to take the first step. We need self-control, self-renunciation. We got to start at the bottom. Christians focus on the higher values, not realizing how important the first value is. That's the purpose of the first step. If you want to know more about that, watch my video, The First Step to Paradise, where I explain Tolstoy wrote a foreword to the book he translated into Russian, The Ethics of Diet, a 25-page essay called The First Step. And what is the first step? It's fasting. It's a solid food vacation. That's how we take back control over what's destroying us, because our problems came in through our mouths. That's what the word fasting literally means, to cover the mouth. Our mistakes are coming from our food. So, this little bitty book says wonders. Now, there's a lot of controversy over whether or not this is really a legitimate book, whether it's authentic. And I'll tell you one thing, if he made this up, kudos to this man, Edmund Bedoe-Zekli, or Zekli, however you pronounce it. That would be brilliant if you could make that up, but I don't believe he made it up. It makes too much sense. It fits in line with everything I've been learning. And you see, this is what we have to do. We gotta remember, our brains have been bombarded with bullshit all of our lives. What they teach us in school is a bunch of bullshit. They don't teach doctors what they need to learn. They don't teach nutritionists what they need to learn. They don't teach scientists what they need to learn. This world is a joke right now. And it could all change with a little bitty book called the Essene Gospel of Peace, Book 1. Again, 17 references to the oozing streams of decay in our bowels. Now, I started my journey getting real close to 27 years ago. In fact, today is May 31st, tomorrow is June 1st. I'm uploading this video tonight. I'll be publishing it tomorrow. That'll be my anniversary. I found this message, or this library of knowledge about raw food 27 years ago. And that means in another 140 some odd days, 145 days or so, I'll be hitting my 10,000th day anniversary, where I have been out there teaching myself. It's what you guys need to do. We're on the hero's journey. 5 main steps or stages on the hero's journey. One of them is you got to gather the knowledge. You got to gather allies. You got to become informed so you can help everyone else, and it's not complicated. Keep it simple. When you tell this message, keep it simple. And remember, many times it doesn't matter what you say. There's only one thing that's really going to get people's attention. They're going to have to test an idea as time has come. They're going to have to take a solid food vacation for themselves so they can see that evil smelling stuff that comes out of them. Oh, detox diets don't work, John. Poppycock, you know they do. Or whoever's ever done it knows it works. The problem is most of us don't. Most of us only rely on what we've been told. And luckily, we're at a time right now where there's an awakening. More and more people are waking up. More and more people are realizing that they can't rely on the bullshit we've been told. That we have to heed the words of Aristotle. Believe only your own experience. There is no fact like a fact learned from your own life. You have to do something you haven't done before in order to understand what you don't understand. That's what Buddha said. Only those who go where few have gone can see what few have seen. My friends, I've been there. I've got directions. I know how to do it. I've created a playlist, a 28 video playlist right now on how to take a solid food vacation. I've got a seminar, a 2-hour seminar that'll get you going. My seminars normally last 4, so I couldn't say everything in 2 hours, so I have other backup videos to back up some of the other things in more detail. It's not complicated. You drink a lot of juice. You quit making your body expend all the energy converting the solid food to liquid. What you do when that happens is you flush out that serpent. Beelzebub, Lord of the dunghill. You'll see it with your own eyes and smell it with your own nose. This is rancid stuff, my friends. This is disgusting stuff, and it explains why we're such disgusting creatures. We literally have a demon inside of us. It's uneliminated waste matter that pollutes our blood, it pollutes our thoughts, it seeps into our body, it creates disease, it creates illnesses, ill behaviors. It is the root of all of our problems. That's what Victor Hugo said. The serpent is in man, it's his intestines, it's shaped like a serpent. The food's taking too long from point A to point B, and now we are a temporary and permanent burial ground for murdered beasts. We've got this dead, rotten flesh seeping back into people's blood. I'm amazed we're as loving as we are and we don't just rip each other apart. But look around. Pick up any history book, turn the news on any TV or radio station, and it's painfully obvious there's something seriously wrong with us, isn't there? Oh, but we're born that way. Don't believe that. That's a lie. We're doing it. This evil side of us is the result of eating the wrong food, having the wrong stuff inside of us, not having enough of the coherent sunlight energy that's faster than the speed of light that helps our cells communicate, that's in the nucleus of our cells, those biophotons I talk about all the time. And again, I understand how hard this is to wrap your brain around. That's why you can't rely on what anyone says. You gotta do this yourself. You gotta flush out the serpent. You gotta bump up the biophotons. You'll see what I'm talking about. Otherwise, you can't understand this, and I know that's the biggest obstacle I'm up against. The average person cannot relate to what I'm saying until they do it. But look at the testimonials, the comments on my YouTube video channels. It's exciting. Look at all the people doing this. Look at the results they're getting. They're verifying that we have garbage inside of us. They're verifying what happens when you go through this. I've coached thousands of people. I know what kind of transformation people go through when they do this. I've done it myself. I know. And I know what would happen to this world if we could help everyone realize this. This is not that far-fetched. Bill Bright already did it. Had 14 million people in 1 year taking a solid food vacation on juices. We can duplicate that easily. But we got to really work hard and share this message. Tell everybody you know who's suffering. They don't need to suffer. There's a simple solution. We can't trust our experts. We can't trust our educational system. We can't trust the government. Why? Because we have 6 psychopaths who run everything. Watch the Thrive documentary if you don't understand that. They follow the money. Investigated 12 major sectors of human endeavor. Every one of them, the same small group, are bombarding our brains with bullshit. And there's only one way to combat that bullshit. You need a new reference. You need to go where few have gone. You got to climb that unexplored mountain. You got to stop gliding with the stream of the crowd. You got to find the courage to test an idea as time has come. And you know, my friends, when you can test an idea as time has come and share this message, your life is going to have meaning, and we'll all be in for a treat.